Hey guys, it's Mia. Welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see, I do have my bonnet on. We are sitting in the bed right now. We are cozied up right now. Basically, for today's video, we're going to be doing my physical TBR. I'm going to be sharing with you guys all the books that I have currently physically, and we're gonna go through all of the books that need to be read. I did one of these videos here on this channel about 2 years ago and I deleted it, but I already know a lot of those books that was in that old video. If you guys saw that video, a lot of those books that were in there, yes, I can see the dead piece of skin on my lips, and I'm definitely not going back to film it and record it, so just bear with me. I'm sorry. They're still on my TBR. They're definitely still on my TBR, but we're gonna go through them and I'm gonna share with you guys all my books in my physical TBR. I have been kind of coming out of a reading slump lately. Me personally, I feel like I enjoy reading during the summertime more. You would think reading is more enjoyable during the fall and the winter, more cozier seasons, but me personally, I don't know why, but I always come out of a reading slump during the summertime. And recently I was kind of coming out of a reading slump. I feel like when I'm in a reading slump, I'm still reading, I'm just not reading as fast and I'm not reading as much. And that's kind of what I've noticed throughout this year. Like, I was picking up books, but I wasn't getting them read as fast, and I was really slow with my reading. And I was like, you know, it was like a little bit before my birthday. I was like really getting into book talk. Like, I was never super into book talk, but I was like super into book talk like during the month I cannot speak. I cannot speak. I was really into book talk during like the whole month of like March and April. Like, I was like obsessed, and I started like discovering some new books. I even started discovering like TikTok like authors, like, or just like self-published authors that were like promoting their books on TikTok and stuff, and picking up some different books and stuff. And I was just like, you know, it was really kind of getting me out of that reading slump. And lately I've just been more consistent with my reading, and I've been finding different ways to not only enjoy reading more, but also help with the pace of my reading and kind of get my books read like at a quicker pace. I've been doing a lot of immersive reading. I've been doing like I recently got a Kindle, so being able to bring my Kindle along with me when I can't bring my physical books with me all the time to certain places and read. So I've been kind of finding what works for me, which has been really good. So today we're gonna go through my physical TBR. Before we do that, I want to try to come up with like a cute name. I don't really know. I feel like well, my channel's name is Mia, but I feel like Mia's I don't know. I had like a name earlier, but it seemed too basic for me, like Mia's Library or like Reading with Mia. Like, that's just so basic. Okay, so I ended up looking at some names and I came up with Books and Banter with Mia. I thought that was cute because, you know, we're going to be talking about books and we're going to be talking about the books. So Books and Banter with Mia. Let me know if y'all like it, because I kind of like it. I think it's kind of cute. Oh, because we're going to start a series on this YouTube channel that's going to be all my book content, because I've been posting book content on TikTok and on like YouTube Shorts, and I've been getting a lot of people like interacting with me and stuff, and it's been so fun. So that's why I really wanted to start a series on my actual YouTube channel, doing like a playlist and everything. So we'll try to come up with a name at some point. Recently I downloaded the app called Fable. I have transitioned from Goodreads to Fable. I've seen a lot of people transitioning to Fable, so I transitioned to Fable. I personally like the app. It's more aesthetically pleasing. I love all of like the color coding that's going on in here. I love that. It's just so much cuter. I love that you can kind of like post things. I mean, you can post things on like Goodreads kind of too, but it kind of just feels like Instagram for books. I don't know, it's just so cute. So if you guys want to follow me on Fable, go ahead. I'm gonna put my username and the link to my Fable in the description. And also, if you guys want to follow me on Goodreads, you can, but I probably won't be updating anything on Goodreads anymore, so I would prefer you guys to check me out on Fable. Let's get into my TBR. So yesterday I came home after I left the bookstore. I came home and I went through all of my books, and I pretty much put all of my unread books on Fable. So I have a whole like list called Physical TBR. So if you guys follow me on Fable, you guys will get to see all of my unread books on there. I made it public. So I have a Physical TBR list on Fable. I went through all my books. I have books in my TBR that are half read. I added those to my Physical TBR because technically they're not finished, so I went ahead and put that on there as well. So I have a total of 55 books, which I feel like that's not all the way true, because there are some books in there I feel like when I was searching I couldn't find it, or I don't know. But let's go through them. I have a total of like 55. We'll do like 55 plus because there might be some books that I'm missing. So let's go through all of these books. Also too, at the end of this video I will show you guys my my bookshelf, or like where my books are. I recently just reorganized them, so I did not feel like taking all my books out just to show you guys what they look like. So I'm gonna be just going through the list of the books and then putting pictures on the screen. At the end I'll show you guys what they look like, and I'm actually creating a little book nook, or not book nook, like reading nook in my room. I have this corner in my room. It's been empty for a year. I've been living in this apartment for a year. This corner has been empty, and I'm like, I need to do something with it. At first we were gonna make it my boyfriend's gaming area, but he doesn't really game as much anymore. He is so into fishing now, so it was no point of like wasting the space. So we're gonna be turning it into my little reading corner. So I'm gonna be putting bookshelves, a nice lounge chair, and I'm also going to be displaying a lot of my collectibles, because I do have a lot of collectibles as well. So right now my books are just stored on one little like cube thing, but soon you guys will get a video of when I actually decorate that, and I'm really excited to do a video on that. But anyway, I feel like I've been rambling so much. Let's actually get into the TBR. First book we have is called Hooked. Now this book I literally just discovered like 2 days ago on TikTok. I was watching this TikToker, and she did like a spinning wheel, I think it was, and it was like her whole Physical TBR, which I was thinking about doing. I might do it, I'm not sure. But she spent the wheel, she landed on this book. She said it was really good. It's a dark romance. I am trying to get into romance books, guys. So I am a big thriller mystery kind of girl. Like those are the books that I typically gravitate to. I do like to read some biographies from here and there, and just like some fiction books as well, but I don't read a lot of romance. Like a lot of the girlies, a lot of people love the romance books. I am just not really into romance. Like I love a good romance movie, but like when I'm reading a romance book, sometimes I feel like a lot of this romance books come off a little too cheesy for me. But I'm coming out of this reading slump, and I'm trying to give romance another try, so bear with me. I picked up a lot of romance books, guys, so trust me, I am really giving it a try. Like I have a new mindset going into romance books, so we're gonna try it. So this is a dark romance book. I've never really read a dark romance book before. I don't really know a whole lot about what it's about. I just remember watching this TikTok. She said it was really good, and I was like, okay, we're gonna try it. Next one is Pen Pal. This one, I think this one is also a dark rom. No, it's not a dark rom. This is just a spicy romance book. Yeah, this is just a spicy romance book. So this one, when I was reading it yesterday, it was basically like this girl, I think her husband dies, and she writes a letter or something like that, and then this guy writes back, and she doesn't even know who he is, and he shows up to her door, and then like that's it. That's all the synopsis was, and I was just like, okay, cool, we're gonna see. My boyfriend was looking at me like, girl, because when he saw the cover, he was like, girl, what are you about to be reading? I was like, I don't know, like the girlies said it was good, so we gonna try it. And also, y'all, if any of these books that I'm mentioning you guys have personally read and you guys like them, let me know down below, because I really want to see what y'all are saying. Don't spoil the books for me, but just tell me if it's worth reading or not, because literally just the other day somebody was telling me don't read Colleen Hoover books, and I definitely have a couple of Colleen Hoover books that are unread. I'm still gonna read them, but y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if it's worth it or not. The next book on my TBR is Never Flinch by Stephen King. Now, I've never read a Stephen King book, but I mean, I've seen it. I've seen a couple of his movies, It, Pet Sematary, you know, stuff like that. Movies are good, but I've never read his book. Obviously, he is like very, you know, he's like the king of horror books and, you know, thriller books and stuff like that. You know, he's very well known. We all know who Stephen King is. Even if you've never read his book, you probably definitely heard his name before. He came out with a new book called Never Flinch, and it sounded very good. I'm not gonna lie, it sounded very, very good. Again, this is my first Stephen King book that I'm gonna be reading. But basically it's about this detective, and she's getting these like threats from someone who's threatening to kill 13 innocent people and one guilty person. And basically the detective is trying to find out where these threats are coming from, so she connects with Holly, who has been mentioned in all these books. So I don't really know Holly's backstory, so I know I probably have a lot of reading to do to really kind of know more about Miss Holly here. But I mean, this story sounded really good. I was going through the books in the store yesterday, and I was like reading a bunch of different books, and I was like, which one of these books sound good to my boyfriend? And he said this one was like his favorite. He was like, yeah, get this one, like it sounds really good. So we're gonna see. Plus, this is like the type of books that I like to read anyway, so we're gonna see. I'm really excited for this one. Next, we have The Cartier Cartel, book 1, 2, and 3, by Miss Jessica N. Watkins. Y'all, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I recently discovered Miss Jessica on TikTok. Like I told y'all, I've been obsessed with book talk since like March, like literally. And I discovered her on TikTok, and she has these books called The Cartier Cartel. I don't really remember when these books came out. I feel like I recently just discovered these books like around the beginning of this month, and they sounded too good. Every time I talk about these books, I keep telling people they sound like BMF in a book. I'm so obsessed with BMF, Power, you know, like that's really my shit right there. And I was like, that's what this kind of sounds like. Two brothers, cartel, their love lives, like it just sounded like all of that. And I've never read anything like this. Like this is so different than anything I've ever like read. It's definitely stuff that I've watched, but like read, I was like, no, this sounds too good. She definitely has a lot of other books. I think she's a self-published author or something like that, or whatever. I don't think she's with a publishing company or anything, but you can purchase her books. Actually, I'm lying. I don't know. Actually, I don't know, y'all. I'm still learning. I don't really know. But I bought her books on TikTok Shop. You can purchase her books on Amazon. I've seen some of her books at Barnes & Noble, but not in the stores. I've seen them online. But I purchased her book on, well, I didn't buy it. My boyfriend bought it for me, but he got it for me on TikTok Shop. My best recommendation is, if you want this book or the whole series, get it on TikTok Shop, because on Amazon, I think she had the books priced for $30 per book. But on TikTok Shop, I got all 3 books for I think $45 is what my boyfriend paid. So, and I got some little swag. I got some like keychains, coasters, bookmarks, stickers. Like I got a whole bunch of little cute stuff in there. So yeah, definitely check her out. I am so happy I got the whole set, because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm already gonna love the book, so I don't care. Sometimes with series, I won't buy the whole series because it's like, I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. And you guys are gonna see as we go down this list, there's a couple of series that I have in here, but I only have like the first book. But I'm really excited for this one, so I'm so excited for this series. Like I'm so excited. Like I cannot wait. Yeah, I cannot wait. All right, next book is Coraline. I'm a huge Coraline fan. If you didn't know, I got a little tattoo of my bruh. Big Coraline fan. This was actually a gift. I got this for my birthday. I never read the book. I've always been obsessed with the movie as a kid. Someone on TikTok said the book is actually scarier than the movie. I mean, the book is like this thin. It's a very small, short little book. So I am gonna read it, obviously, because I'm a huge fan and I've never read the book. But it was a gift and I'm so excited, so we'll see. I mean, I already obviously know the story, but you know, things are definitely always different sometimes in the book than it is in the movie, so we'll see. Then I got this book called I Will Always Write Back. so excited for this one. I mean, I'm so excited for all of them, like hello, but this one I'm pretty excited about. I was in Books A Million just shopping around and I came across the book. It sounded so cute. This is also like a pen pal kind of story. This is based on a true story about a girl from America who writes a letter to a boy in Zimbabwe. He writes her back and they just keep writing back. The reason why, not only did this sound so cute, but I've had experiences with pen pals before. I've done pen pal assignments in school before and actually have gotten letters back and was able to write back and forth to people before. So I love it. It's just so fun and it's so cute. I don't know, it's at like in the synopsis or like in the summary, it kind of talks about how they are writing back and forth to each other and it changes their lives forever. So I don't know if they become like long-term friends, if they date, get married, I don't really know, but it sounds so cute and there's pictures of them in the book and everything. So I'm so excited to read this book. It's just so cute. It just sounds so cute. Next we have They Both Die at the End and The First to Die at the End. I know a new one just came out. I think it's called The Survivor something something, but I do have the first two books, which is They Both Die at the End and then The First to Die at the End. I think The First to Die at the End is the prequel. I have both books. I bought They Both Die at the End for my cousin. I don't remember if it was for Christmas or her birthday or whatever, but I remember buying her the book and she had told me when she finished it that she really enjoyed it, so I ended up buying it. This book has definitely been sitting for about a year or two or more and I haven't read either one of them. I did also see a couple of bad reviews on the book as well, but I feel like all books have a couple of bad reviews. Like there's no book that's going to be perfect. Everyone's taste is different. So I don't really know. We're gonna see. It's a popular book. I know a lot of people know about it, so we'll see. But I do have those two books in my TBR. Next book is The Love Hypothesis. I did read this book back during my freshman year of college, which was like 3 years ago. I read this book. I didn't like it. I didn't read all of the book, which is why I put it on my physical TBR, and also because I do want to give this book a second try. At the time of when I read this book, I just felt as though the book was so cheesy and corny and cringy. Like I literally did not like it. I just felt like this story was so corny to me. But it's been 3 years since I really picked up the book and I'm willing to give it a second chance. I have a different mindset going in, so I'm willing to give it a second chance. I also don't really remember much about it. I just remember at the time of when I read it how I felt about it. So we'll see. I'm willing to give it a second chance, so we'll see. Next book is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. This one is a book that I've already kind of read. I'm halfway through this book. I have not finished this book. I read this book a long time ago as well. When I go back to read this book, I'm most likely not going to start from the beginning just because I vividly remember like every little detail from this book. That's like one thing I can say. I definitely remember like every little detail from this book. This book is a lot to digest. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. Like the things that she went through is crazy. It's insane. Like I have such a different perspective now on like childhood actors and actresses. Like the things that they go through, like we don't really be knowing for real. Like it's crazy. Like it's actually insane. But yeah, so I was pretty much just talking about Jeanette McCurdy's book and like how it's kind of like, it is a lot. She goes through a lot of deep stuff. This is real. You know what I'm saying? But it's really good. Like it's a good book. Like it's really good, and I'm glad she was able to really share her story. I know a lot of people had a lot of things to say about the title. She explains the title in the book, why she titled the book that, but I mean it's really good. Again, I haven't finished it. When I pick the book up back again, I'm not going to start from the beginning because like I said, I already know everything. I'm just going to pick up from where I left off, finish the book. But I mean, it's a good book. Like I mean, I already know it's a good book. It's just, you know, having to digest all that she wrote about, because it's real and it's sad and it's, you know, but it's powerful for sure. It's definitely powerful, and you know, I mean, it's really good. I mean, we'll be able to really dig deep into it more later on when I actually talk about it. But yeah. Next, I have a couple of books which is a part of the Disney Twisted Tales. I have the Part of Your World which is The Little Mermaid Twisted Tale, Fate Be Changed, which is Meredith's Twisted Tale, Almost There, Tiana's Twisted Tale, and then What Once Was Mine, which is Rapunzel's Twisted Tale. So those are the 4 that I currently have. There's some of the Twisted Tales that I'm probably not that interested in getting, but the ones that I do really want to pick up hopefully soon is I definitely want to get the one about Sally, which is The Nightmare Before Christmas. They have one that recently just came out. I want to save that though for like fall time. That's definitely going to be a fall read. But the Disney Twisted Tales is definitely something that I really want to get into. I did start Part of Your World and Almost There. Never finished either one of those. Again, y'all, my reading, I'm trying to work on it, but those I started both of those, didn't finish them, so I'm gonna start from the beginning when I do actually read them. But I do have some of the Twisted Tale books in here, and I'm really excited to read them, and I hope that they continue the Twisted Tale series. I think also there's one on The Incredibles, like the sister, they have a Twisted Tale on her as well, but I hope that they keep going. I think I saw they're doing one on Moana. That one's supposed to be a new one coming out, so I'm really excited for that one. But there's a couple of like other ones I hope they do. If any of the authors from the Disney Twisted Tale series is watching this video, you're probably not, but hopefully maybe one day you guys come across this video, please do a Twisted Tale on Mirabelle from, what is that movie she's from, Encanto. Why am I having a brain fart all of a sudden? Please, Disney, do a Twisted Tale on Mirabelle from Encanto, because we all know the story. Mirabelle does not have a gift, okay? Everybody else has a gift. She doesn't have a gift. I want her to have a gift, okay? Like, can we do a Twisted Tale on Mirabelle having a gift? What would her gift be? And then can we see like what she would have done if she had a gift? Please. I mean, it just makes sense. Like, that Disney Twisted Tale makes sense. It makes sense. So please, just please. I really want to see that. I feel like that would be so good. So hopefully one day they do it, please. So yeah, those are my Disney Twisted Tales that are in my TBR right now. Next we have Cursed Princess Club book 3. I've already read book 1 and book 2. This is a webtoon slash graphic novel. So obsessed with it. I randomly went into Barnes & Noble like a few years ago, and I was going through the sections and I came across this book, and I was like, at the time I was in such a reading slump, and I was like, I need something to help me slowly get back into my reading. So I was like, let me try a graphic novel. I was so obsessed with like sisters and drama and Dork Diaries and all that stuff back when I was in school. I was so obsessed with that stuff, so I was like, let me try something like that can maybe help me ease back into reading. I came across the Cursed Princess Club. It was kind of giving me like manga slash anime vibes, and I was like, let me just try it. Didn't realize how popular this was. Like, it's a popular webtoon. Like, I didn't even know what a webtoon was. Like, I learned so much, and I was like, okay. But I read book 1 and I loved it. Like, the story is so there. Like, it's so cute. The story is really there. The artwork is beautiful. Like, I just really loved it. So I read book 1. I read book 2 last summer. I took it with me on a cruise. And I have book 3. I just haven't read it yet. It doesn't take me long to read these at all. It's just that actually reading them, you know what I'm saying, finding time to read them. But when I do read them, it doesn't take me that long at all. But yeah, it's a really good story, really good series. I know book 4 is already out. I just haven't purchased it yet, and then book 5 drops very soon. I think it drops kind of soon. I saw it on Barnes & Noble's website, so I'll be getting that pretty soon. Next, I have Girls That Invest. This was a gift from one of my friends. She bought me this book, definitely about just financial independence. It's obviously, you know, about finances and money and investing. It was a gift. I want to read it, and plus I think it's definitely something that can educate me for sure. So I'll be definitely trying this book out very soon. I also have Suicide Notes by Michael Thomas Ford. Same thing with this book. I read half of it, never finished it. This is also like kind of like a short book. It's not like a long read at all. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know when I'm gonna get to any of these books. Hopefully I can get through them, but yeah, I want to definitely finish reading that book. And we have Blossom in Winter. So this book I discovered on TikTok. The TikTok girls are going stupid about this series, like stupid. Not just obviously them trying to sell it, but there's a lot of people saying a lot of good things about this series. Now, a lot of people were going crazy about this series, so I bought it. I bought just the first book because, again, I did not want to spend all that money on the whole entire series, and I don't like the series, or I don't like the first book. So I got just the first book. I got a deal when I purchased it, so I only paid $2 for the book, okay? $2. She is a very thick book, okay? She's very thick, okay? I bought it, and then I started reading it. Before I started reading this, I started reading Blossom in Winter, and y'all, I was a little bored. I'm not gonna lie, I was slightly bored. I'm still going to read it. I'm going to push myself to get at least halfway through the book to give you guys like a full review on it. But I only read like the first few couple of pages, and I already was just not into it. But we're gonna get there. After that, I started doing a little bit more research on the book, because on TikTok all the reviews are like good reviews. There's no like review where people really sit down and actually talk about the book. Like, I could not find a whole lot of that until I came across this one girl, and her TikTok didn't have a lot of views, but she was breaking down the book, and she was just like, you know, I'm not really feeling it. I think even when I went onto like Goodreads and like read some of like the typed reviews, the biggest issue that people are having with this book is the fact that the two love interests in this story have a ginormous age gap. I think the age gap is 17 and 40. Like, she is 17, he's 40. So people are like in an uproar about that. So I'm gonna still give the book a try. One of the things that I want to make very, very clear, and I'm gonna make this clear on my other platforms as well, is if we're gonna be discussing a book that we don't like, or if I don't like it, one of the things that I do not tolerate is like shaming or disrespecting the authors of these books. We have to remember that these authors, they are writing stories, okay? Stories, okay? Unless it's like obviously a biography or whatever, they're talking about their life, whatever. That's, you know, it's a story but about their life. But when it comes to these like romance and these fiction and these mystery thriller, these are stories at the end of the day that these authors wrote. That does not mean that you need to bash them, that you need to come for them and you need to tear their entire lives apart just because the story is something you do not like, okay? Like, I just want to make that clear, because with her specifically, there are a couple of people like specifically on Goodreads, because those Goodreads reviewers, y'all are like, y'all really be tearing it up in there, okay? But I had seen like somebody's review on Goodreads for her book, and she was just like, you are such a blah 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 for writing this book, you're this, you're that. Do we really need to do all of that? Like, the answer is really no. We really don't. Just because you don't like the book doesn't mean you have to bash the author for the book. And also too, don't get mad just because someone else likes it and you don't. You know what I'm saying? Books are just like movies. It's just like food. Everyone has a preference, you know, everybody has a preference, and you don't have to be so mad. Like, I feel like sometimes when people are passionate about something, they get too carried away. They get too carried away. So one thing I'm not going to be tolerating on here is disrespecting authors and coming for their entire lives and stuff like that. Okay, she wrote a book about a 17 and a 40-year-old. Even I am like, okay, that is a big age gap. But am I going to tell the author that she is a crazy person for writing this story? No, it's a fucking story. You know what I'm saying? We see weird shit like that all the time in movies. So like, you know what I'm saying? So why are we getting so mad? Like, just, guys, please. Please, okay? And that honestly will bring me to another point with, I'm gonna bring this whole point up again when I talk about another book. But anyway, I'm gonna read it eventually. I don't know when, but I seen it all over TikTok shop, so I bought it, so we gonna talk about it. Anyway, next book, Beautiful Disasters. I almost purchased this book for my cousin. I had posted this on TikTok and she told me that this book was so good. I could have sworn I bought her that book, but I probably didn't buy her that book. But I remember seeing this book, and I swear I feel like I bought her this book though. I don't know, I can't remember. But I came across this book. I was in this store called Ollie's. They had the book on sale for $3. So I was like, okay, that sounds, I mean, that price is definitely right. But it sounded really good. It's definitely, I think, like a romancy kind of book. So sounds really good and I'm really excited for it. So yeah. Next book is The Forge, which is like a Christian gospel type of book. I am Christian, okay? So I will be reading some Christian books very, very soon. I'm really excited to like tap into some Christian books and, you know, read some more. But yeah, The Forge, I'm really excited about. Everyone that I've talked to who saw the movie said it was really good, really moving. I have not seen the movie yet. I plan to read the book first now that I have it before I watch the movie, but I'm really excited about it. So yeah. And we have Story of My Life. I also have not read this book. I don't really know much about this book. This was given to me for my birthday. My cousin, she bought it for me for my birthday. When I was adding it to my TBR, it said that it's a spicy book, so it's probably definitely like a spicy romance. It's definitely a thick book, and I'm looking at it right here on my shelf. It's a thick book. My cousin got me the one with the sprayed edges. It's really, really cute. So I can't wait to read it, and then when I'm finished, it's gonna look so cute because I'm probably gonna flip it on the side of the edges because it's just so cute. She also bought me The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, who I have another book by her. But yeah, she got me The Naturals. I think this is like this one says mystery, dark, suspenseful kind of book, so I'm really excited about it. So yeah, we'll see. Then we have The Inmate. This was also a recent pickup of mine. I've been wanting to get into this author. She has a lot of books that are definitely my type of read. This was a dark mystery book as well. It's called The Inmate, and I think it's just like about a girl who actually knows one of the inmates in the prison or something like that, and it seems really interesting. I did see a couple of people say that a lot of her books kind of are like a little bit repetitive. We'll see. I feel like I'm definitely gonna enjoy it because it's gonna be my first book by her, but as I start to read more, we'll start to dig a little bit deeper into that. I do want to read The Maid. Is it The Maid by her or The Housemaid? I really want to read The Housemaid by her. Every store that I go to, they don't have The Housemaid. They have the other two books in the series, but they never have the first one. I'm gonna pick it up eventually, but I really want to tap into this author because the books that she writes, they're just like my type of style. So I'm really excited about it. Someone told me that this book was really good. It has like a little bit of romance, but she said it's not like overly romantic. It's a little bit of everything, so I'm really excited about it. And my second book by Jennifer Lynn Barnes is the Inheritance Games. Read a little bit of it, didn't finish it. I think what I remember reading, it was good. So this is also a series. I really want to read this book and get the rest of the series if I like the first book, but I want to get the hardcover. Every time I go in the stores, I always see the soft covers or the paperbacks. I think I have to get the hardcovers online, but I'm really excited for it. It says over 5 million copies sold. Best-selling series. That's really good. So I'm excited about this one. Then we have Carefree Black Girls. This was a book that I read back my freshman year. I do remember finishing the book, but it's been a while since I read the book, so I added it to my physical TBR because I would like to read it again. I only remember like a little bit of key points from the book, but it's like about culture, you know, black culture and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about it. I mean, again, I remember a little bit of stuff from it, but I don't remember everything, so I was like, let me put it back and let's read it again. So we're gonna read her again, and it's a small little book, so shouldn't be a hard read or like a long read at all. I also have Hood Feminism. This book is like it says educational kind of book, so we'll see. I think I bought this and Carefree Black Girls at the same time during Black History Month, and I bought it back I think during my freshman year of college. I think I remember getting both of them at the same time because they were displayed around Black History Month and Target, like they were all displayed together. So this is definitely a popular book. I see it all the time, so I'm really excited to read it. So yeah. And we have All the Lonely People. I just remember this book sounding so cute. Like, it sounded so cute. So I'm really excited for this one. We have Lock the Doors. This is a mystery kind of thriller type of book. Definitely my speed. We Were Liars. I have We Were Liars and the second book, which is, what's the other one? Family of Liars. I have both of those books. They have been sitting in my TBR for a very long time, a very, very long time. I always see mixed reviews about those two books all the time as well. So we'll see. We'll break it down and we'll talk about them whenever I get a chance to read them. It's getting a little late, so it's, you know, the sun is setting, so I'm trying to kind of go through these books as quickly as I can because it's starting to get a little dark out, and I'm using natural light for this video. So I'm gonna just kind of go through the rest of the books because it is a lot of books. We have A Court of Thorn and Roses. I read a little bit and it was not grasping me. It was not grasping me, but I want to push it. I want to push through it. Sometimes when I'm reading a book and it's not really grasping me, I will try to listen to the audio until I get to a point where I'm like, okay, now I'm here, and like now I'm paying attention. So I'm gonna try it again. It's such a popular series. I feel like everyone's read it. So yeah, I still have that. I have The Arrangement. This was gifted to me by my cousin. Dark mystery book. We have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, another gift. This was from one of my friends. She got it for me. She loves this series. I think there's 3 books in this series and she's read all of them. I haven't read it, and I also know it's on Netflix now, so once I finish it, I do plan to watch it. I think it's a show though, so it's like, do I have to read all 3 books then watch the show? I don't know, but we'll see. Then I have Survive the Night by Riley Sager. Look, I've only read one Riley Sager book, but his one book that I read is a 5-star read for me. It is one of my favorite books, and it is called The House Across the Lake. It is so good. I mean, I will say the plot twist and like what happened is so far-fetched, but it's a story. I mean, it's a story, so like some things are not going to be like true, you know, some things are not going to obviously realistically happen, but the story is so good. The way he writes is so good. I love that the chapters are short, but the way he ends every chapter is just like you want to keep going. Like, I really enjoyed the way Riley Sager writes, and I need to read more from him. My dad bought me Survive the Night, so I'm really excited to read it. And guys, I will recommend The House Across the Lake to anybody. It's so good. It's so good. I also got Verity. I hear a lot of people tell me to read Verity. Again, we're gonna start going into a couple of Colleen Hoover books, which I only think I have 2 Colleen Hoover books, but Verity is one that I hear people talk a lot about. This one I'm pretty excited about reading. So plus I'm really excited to read Colleen Hoover. Everybody loves Colleen Hoover. I have not really read anything from her, so I'm really excited about this one. I have Girl in Pieces, also a gift from one of my friends, dark kind of book. I have True Biz. I bought True Biz because at the time I was actually in school studying sign language, and this is what that is. It's, you know, centered around the deaf community, so I'm really excited for it. I also have Honey and Spice. I heard that book was really good. We have The Silent Patient. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this book. I recently rebought the book in hardcover because I had the paperback, but the words were so small for me. I feel like the words were really tiny, and I'm like, I'm already blind, y'all. I cannot see. My glasses are huge, obviously. I just like big frames though. But I rebought it in the hardcover because I felt like the words were a lot bigger. I know a lot of books you can buy large print, but yeah, so I mean, I hear a lot about it. We all know the story. If you don't know the story, it's like a doctor who's trying to get this patient to talk because they're silent. They went through something traumatic. So Pumpkin Spice Cafe, this was the book that I kind of wanted to talk about. The story is a little bit similar to what I was kind of talking about with Blossom in Winter, when people kind of like, when they're super passionate about something. So funny story about this, I discovered this series randomly while scrolling on Barnes & Noble's website. I went into Barnes & Noble to purchase the book, but I wanted the hardcover. I saw that Barnes & Noble had the hardcover, but I didn't like read it, and I didn't realize that the hardcovers weren't out yet. So I was in the store and I was like, okay, I'm looking for this series, blah blah blah. I find it and I'm like, okay, I'm talking to my boyfriend and I'm like, oh no, they don't have hardcover. This girl who was standing right next to us, she's like, oh, they don't come in hardcover. And I was like, oh really? Because I swear I saw them online. And she was like, this is my career and I'm telling you they don't come in hardcover. And I was like, I was like, who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it kind of threw me because I was just like, what? And I was kind of like, I didn't want to like be rude to her, so I was like talking to my boyfriend and I was like, oh look, see, they're like in hardcover, because I was trying to be like, I was being obvious, like, girl, they the books do come in hardcover, but right now you can only get the hardcovers on TikTok Shop, which I do have. Thank you. And yeah, it was just really weird. Like, I just, again, like, it was weird, but that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes people, I mean, it's just like that one little comment. It's not like the end of the world. Like, I didn't really care, but like sometimes people, they can get so disrespectful when they're super passionate about something. And I'm like, girl, okay, like, it's your career. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, I don't care. I didn't ask you that. But yeah, Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. It's the Dream Harbor series. I purchased the Strawberry Patch Pancake House not realizing it was a series. You do not have to really read them in order though, but I read it. It was so good. I'm kind of glad that I read that as the first book of the series because it takes place during spring and it's currently spring when I read it, so it just fit. She has the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and she has a couple of other books that I plan on getting. I currently only have the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. I plan to get the other, I plan to get the other 3 books soon, but I want all of them in hardcover. So like, I'm not even gonna waste my time getting the soft cover because I already know I want the hardcover, so I'm just gonna be patient and wait. Right now, I think the Cinnamon Bun is on TikTok Shop for the hardcover, but the Christmas one is not in hardcover yet. The strawberry one is not in hardcover yet, and then the other one is not in hardcover yet. So yeah, I'm patiently waiting, but I have this book. I don't know if I'm gonna read it really anytime soon. I'm kind of saving this for the fall time because it fits the vibe, so I'm waiting for that. But I'm really excited because I really enjoyed the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. Like, I really enjoyed it, so I'm excited for that. We have The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This book I recently kind of was reading, kind of ish. Like, I started this book I think after Christmas or something like that. Really good. I didn't finish it, so I will have to pick up where I left off. I don't think I'm gonna start from the beginning because I don't think I'm gonna start from the beginning. I kind of remember everything, so I'm just gonna pick up from where I left off. But it was good. I really did enjoy what I was reading so far, so I'm really excited for it. I did get it in hardcover because they came out with the hardcover and the cute sprayed edges. They're so cute, so I'm really excited about that. So I will be finishing that book. Also have The Silence That Binds Us, Lovely Bones. Those are 2 books that I have on my TBR right now. I have King of Worth. My friend recommended this book to me. She said it's like so good. She's like, girl, get this book. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna listen to you because I trust you, okay? So I got this book. I actually just bought this book, I think, like on Tuesday. I think I literally bought it like this week, so I'm really excited for it. I only bought book 1 because, again, I don't want to buy all the books in the series if I don't like them, so I just bought book 1. We have His Only Wife in my TBR. Sunny G's series of Rash Decisions, also in my TBR. I have Crying in H Mart. I read a little bit of it, never finished it. The Shack, read it, but I put it in my TBR because we're reading it again. Okay, we're reading this book again. This is a Christian book, very good. If you have not seen the movie, watch it. Watch it. It's so good if you're Christian, obviously. Or if you're like, you know, you're still figuring out your faith, try it out. It's really good. It's very moving. I feel like you have to read the book or watch the movie multiple times because you learn something new every time. Like, you do. You really, really do. And especially if you're feeling like you're going through something and you're struggling, this is such a good book to read. Like, I really enjoy it, and I love the movie. The movie makes me cry. It like literally makes me cry. I have Whiteout. I read Blackout, which was really good, so I bought Whiteout. I might save this also for like a winter kind of read, but yeah, I have that. I have Does My Body Offend You? I have Forgiving What You Can't Forget. I think Forgiving What You Can't Forget kind of is a Christian book. I feel like it is. I feel like I've seen it kind of with the Christian books, so I've read it so far. I haven't finished it, but You know, this is just, again, a book if you're ever struggling. I bought it during a time where I was struggling and I started to read it. I have been like healing, so I haven't felt like I've needed to pick it up, but I still plan to read it, although I'm not like fully struggling, because I just think it's like a really good read and it's definitely something that could be helpful. So I'm definitely gonna finish this. I have You're That Bitch by Bretman Rock. So excited for this. Now, I started reading this book, but I discovered the audio, and I'm pretty sure that he's the one reading the audio. It's his book, so I have to listen to the audio. Like, I have to. So it's on my TBR right now, because I'm like, even though I've read it, most of it, I haven't finished it, but I've read like most of it, I need to listen to this audio. So we're gonna be reading this again. Then we have It Ends With Us by Miss Colleen Hoover. I saw the movie. The movie had me bawling, okay? That movie had me bawling. So I'm really excited about the book. One of my friends, she was telling me that she was kind of upset because the book has like, well, the movie was missing a lot of parts from the book, basically. But a lot of movies do that. I mean, they have to do that sometimes to, you know, change it up or whatever. So, but she was telling me that I really should read the book because it's really good. And then she was also telling me to read the book and kind of see if there was any parts that they did leave out from the movie that I wish that they put in there. So we're gonna see. We're gonna do some comparison and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I have It Ends With Us, and then I have You Shouldn't Have Come Here. This is by Geneva Rose, who also wrote The Perfect Marriage. And then the last book in my physical TBR, actually no, it's not really my last book. Well, this one is The Firekeeper's Daughter. This book, I remember hearing so much about it, so I'm really excited to read that one. But my actual last book, which is in my physical TBR, is Remarkably Bright Creatures, that I recently picked up. I'm reading it currently. I'm in between two books. So I'm reading Remarkably Bright Creatures and The Perfect Marriage. So I'm in between both books right now. And Remarkably Bright Creatures, like, my boss was the one who recommended me the book, and she was like, look, Smia, it's about an octopus. She was like, I know it sounds crazy, but just try it. She was like, just try it. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it. And she told me, like, listen to the audio, because she was like, the audio's so good. And I really enjoy immersive reading, so I had to get the physical copy and get the audio. So I got the audio, and I read the first couple of chapters like earlier in the week, and y'all, I was sitting there like, I had literally came out of my room and I went to because my boyfriend was like in the living room and I was in here, and I literally went out there and I was like, babe, why is this book so good? Like, I literally was like, why is this book so good? Like, it's so good. It's so good. Like, the story, like, I don't know where she came up with it, but it's so good. And the author who wrote that book, this is her first book. It's her first book, and it's doing so well. So that's amazing for her, honestly. Like, it's so amazing. But I really am enjoying it so far. I'm not super deep into the book, but it is really good. The one thing I will say is the writing style is very different than what I'm used to. So I'm trying to like kind of get used to this new writing style. But other than that, the storyline, it's there. The plot is there, and I'm really loving it so far. And yeah, so that is pretty much all of the books in my physical TBR. I am going to, hopefully I come up with a cute name to name this series on my channel. Or if you guys have any suggestions, definitely comment them down below. If there are any books you guys think I should read, please comment them down below, because I'm always constantly going to the store and getting new books. So definitely leave some books down below that you guys think I should read. Again, I'm really into like mystery and thriller books that also have like short chapters. I feel like I really enjoy books that have short chapters because it's like page turners for me. I don't know why, it's just something that I like. If it doesn't have short chapters, it's okay, it's not the end of the world. But I am like a big mystery thriller person, but I'm trying to get into romance. If you're gonna recommend a romance book to me, please make sure it's not like too cheesy or not too boring, because like like, give me some spice. Like, I'm trying to get into the spice. I'm trying to get into the dark romance, the like the mafia romance, all that good stuff, you know, whatever. Just, you know, based off of the things that you guys see me talk about, definitely give me some book suggestions down below. Make sure you guys go follow me on Fable. I will put all the information like wherever, whether it's on the screen or in the description. Definitely follow me on there. And if you guys want to see more book content, I will be posting like little book shopping videos and different things like that on my TikTok, so definitely go follow me on TikTok as well, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, definitely subscribe, because again, I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm trying to get back. There's so many things that I'm trying to get back into doing, because I just feel like I've been in such a depressive state. Like, I'm trying to like really get back and do my things that I used to love. So I'm trying to get back into my reading. I'm trying to be more consistent on YouTube. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope to see you guys very soon. I don't know what I'm gonna post next, but I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for sitting and watching with me, and I love y'all down, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.